Coronavirus, Autistic Voices. Finding a routine. Even when things are settled, having some kind of routine to follow helps me to feel at ease. Whether it's work, home, or even something like a walk to the shops, it helps to keep anxiety at bay. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the near constantly changing restrictions have made it hard to set new routines. From when I started working at home in mid-March to the present day, I had to create a new plan for how my days are laid out from scratch. Being asthmatic, I am more vulnerable than most to falling seriously ill if I catch coronavirus. As a result, I had to start a new routine that both kept me safe and ensured I would remain in control of my day-to-day life. At the start of the first lockdown, it was challenging. Some days, I ended up working beyond my normal working hours. I was losing track of the days. Weekdays and weekends merged into one, becoming very difficult to tell apart. To try and give myself peace of mind, I planned a new routine. I wrote a list of regular work tasks that needed to be done every day. I also set the days for doing my weekly online shop and going out for exercise and fresh air. After a few teething problems, I began to settle into the new normal. I managed to keep in touch with work colleagues as well as some of my friends and family, albeit remotely. Days had a bit more certainty. I had a better idea of what to expect. As lockdown measures were eased during the summer, I adjusted my routine with more places opening up. I started to go to larger shops and even visited my dad for the first time since mid-March. Things were looking up. Then the autumn came. With it, so did rising infection rates, a mass of new information and localised restrictions. I had to start again, but hoped that my previous experience would come in handy. For the most part, it did. To give myself reassurance that I was following the guidance, I looked at the local council and government websites to see what I could and could not do. I made sure to only go out when needed. I would wash my reusable face masks regularly. There were one or two habits from the summer that would carry over. Visiting my dad, we're in a suburban together, and going to the supermarket. With the current lockdown, beginning from Thursday 5th of November 2020, I've not quite been able to get back to my original routine, but remain cautious. As an autistic person, routine is important to me. It gives me certainty and ensures I am not taken aback by any surprises like last-minute meetings or cancellations. Throughout the pandemic, I have done all I can to stay safe. I haven't been outside of the LS14 or LS15 areas since mid-March. The biggest social gathering I have been in is two with my dad. I only usually go outside twice a week and for essential reasons. However, sticking to a routine has been challenging. There have been many obstacles to sticking to any routine I set myself. Nonetheless, knowing that we are still a long way from getting out of this pandemic, I persevere. I look at whatever positives have come from the past 8 months. New ways of supporting other autistic people remotely have been explored and used. I ensure my colleagues have all the information they need to pass on to people they work with. For now, I'll do my best to ensure that I get through this. Keep doing what I'm doing and, fingers crossed, an effective vaccine will help to stop coronavirus. Leeds Autism AIM is part of the AdvoNet group. We are funded by grants from the National Lottery Community Fund, Leeds NHS Clinical Commissioning Group and Live Well Leeds.